Orie Rogo Manduli is famed for her meticulous, if not perfect, sense of African style. Nothing about her dressing is a coincidence. Everything is put together to perfection depending on her mood and event. But that's not all she's famed for. You most certainly know her for her firm, no-nonsense character and unmistakable, raspy voice that she's not shy to use if you happen to find yourself on her wrong side. Manduli is remembered for her tenure at the NGO Council that ended in controversy. She staged a hunger strike and locked herself in the office, refusing to bow to pressure to eject her from office. But her story is one that is as dramatic as it is real. She has been rated as the 6th most influential female personality. Orie Rogo Manduli, or Agwambez, as the more hip would call her, inarguably takes the mantle of Iron Lady. Hers, however, is a tale unimaginable to many young girls and women who look up to her as a mentor and an epitome of success. It all began when she was born and raised at Kaloleni slums in Kisumu in the care of her parents. She professes to have had quite a childhood.
I remember going into the mosque for madrasa with my friends, and then leaving there and taking them all into the Anglican church to pray, then living with my Catholic friends and going into their... I mean, it was just such a happy childhood. We didn't know, there were no boundaries, because wherever the hunger found us, at the time of, if it was lunchtime and it found us in our friend's house, we ate there. Then we all trooped back to our house to eat whatever also was
Despite growing up in the hands of a strict disciplinarian, she got married at the tender age of 16, a part of her life that unravels painful memories, most regretted.
It was like I was a spectator at some do. I didn't know the meaning of marriage or why I was getting married. I didn't know. I just thought it was nice to put on a nice white wedding dress and put on a veil. Yeah, but it was like I was a spectator at my own wedding. Yes, I wasn't. I was looking at my own wedding from outside, as if it was just an event I was seeing, I was in. And I'm advising children these days to listen to their parents. They don't listen. They are busy thinking their parents are stupid. But these parents have lived longer than you, so they know a thing or two. They don't need to have gone to school even. They know a thing or two you'll never know.
She, however, went on to win the Lux East Africa Beauty Pageant in that same year to become the first Kenyan woman to win the coveted crown. By the age of 19, 3 years into her marriage, she had a bitter divorce and her 3 children remained in her custody. A lesser woman would have crumbled, but not this woman.
My children, I would say my children were the driving factor behind me. I was the mother and father of my brood. And I used to shudder and worry about what would happen to them should something happen to me. So I worked 3 times as hard. I had an office job. I was also doing KBC in the evening. I'd come and do that. And any other thing that I could do, that any business, any little thing I could do, if it's baking cakes, doing what, anything I could do, you understand, knitting something for somebody, making a crochet, I did it to make the extra coin. And if I didn't have children, I don't think I'd have worked as hard as I did.
In 1974, she broke the gender barriers and became the first Kenyan woman to compete in the East African Safari Rally. This was no mean feat that saw her win accolades. Despite not crossing the finish line, she managed to set a record.
5,000 kilometers, and it was truly East African Safari. It was Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And there was none of this stopping to sleep, none of this stopping to have breakfast, none of this stopping to have a wash. It was 3 days and 3 nights of non-stop rallying. Because they kept saying, women can't do it. Women can't do it. And I said, what the hell? Women can't do it. You get behind the wheel and start the car, it should go. So, and I saw Mzungu women coming here and doing it. And I felt so angry. I said, why should Mzungu women, foreign women come here and do the rally? And then we are told an African woman can't do it.
She has on several occasions attempted to test the murky political waters, but that remains a quest she is yet to conquer. She first joined Ford People Party and vied for the Kisumu West constituency parliamentary seat, which she lost. Evidently undeterred by her loss, she switched camps to NAK Kenya Party and later ODM and attempted to vie for senator in Trans Nzoia last year. She, however, lost, But she has a few wise words she has to say to the electorate regarding the leaders they elect to avert what she describes as the current leadership crisis.
They want to be bought, they want to be lied to. I think Kenyans have the politicians they deserve. And whenever they're complaining, I tell them to shut up. I tell them bugger off, because they choose wrong people all the time, consciously.
As is her nature, she says she's not done with politics just yet.
I say that in life, never is a word I never use. Yet, I have so much to do now, just perfecting what I have put together. Just impacting on other people's lives and trying to help. First of all, with my family, organizing my children, because motherhood never stops, and it is my biggest role.
From the little time I spent with her, I am moved by her deep sense of morals and outstanding African spirit. In her words, the westernization of our cultural lifestyle remains partly to blame for our eroded moral standards, and she urges all Kenyans to always remain proud of being African.
Particularly women in the arts. Women in the arts, actresses and all. Let them not copy blindly what actresses in other cultures and other countries do. Let them keep that Africanness. That's what makes us special. That's what makes an African woman look better, longer. An African woman is beautiful at all ages. In fact, the older she gets, the more beautiful she gets, because she is natural.